For joining us. Authorities suspect a large crime ring may be targeting Asian business owners in the area. The Winnebago County Sheriff's Office telling us a home burglary on Wednesday afternoon in the town of Algoma could be part of this disturbing trend.
And while it's not confirmed to be linked to that case, another Asian business owner is now speaking out about her experience being burglarized 3 months ago, saying this week's theft had some similarities to hers. In this first alert update, Emily Riley tells us how authorities think the perpetrators are committing the crimes.
A crime committed in broad daylight. Thieves hit a home on Sheboygan Street in the town of Algoma Wednesday afternoon and got away with over $100,000 in cash, jewelry, and other valuables.
Clearly, they were aware of the pattern of life of these individuals, the victims, just based upon the fact that they entered the residence just after they had left, and they had entered through the back of the home.
The burglars reportedly ransacked the home and pried open a safe. A neighbor's security camera capturing these images thought to be a getaway car, a silver SUV believed to have Louisiana license plates. According to a report from the Winnebago County Sheriff's Office, 2 Wi-Fi-based Ring doorbell cameras were disabled during the burglary, preventing video from being captured.
Just based on that MO, we do believe this is a little bit higher level of professionalism in these suspects that we are currently looking for.
The sheriff's office suspects a criminal network may be at play, targeting Asian business owners nationwide by breaking in right after the victims leave the house. Although it's not confirmed by authorities to be connected to Wednesday afternoon's burglary, a victim of a similar theft 3 months ago who's choosing to remain anonymous has come forward drawing parallels to Wednesday's incident, such as prying open their safe.
Cash and jewelry are the main things, and I can say that they seem to be experienced criminals because they left our fake silver bangles and took the real ones. So it seemed as if they knew what they were doing.
Authorities are urging people to remain vigilant and report any suspicious activity as they continue to investigate. In Winnebago County, Emily Riley, Action 2 News.